ready for math today being Wednesday, April 29th. Today in math, you need your speed drill for lesson 145. You also need pages 289 to pages 290 out of your book. We are going to have our review today, working still with their two-digit multiplication. Like we did yesterday, your speed drill today for lesson 145 is a 3-minute table. I would just ask at some point during the day, maybe you can set a timer or just work on that for a few minutes. I want to go ahead and go into our review so that we are making sure we understand the process for our two-digit multiplication. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and grab page 289 and let's look at number 1, write the products. So again, I have the problem written on the board and I have my second number in 2 different colors. I have my ones place in blue and my tens place in red, just so we can still practice with that. So let's go ahead, however you want. If you want to grab the 2 different colors, that's fine. But if you want to just work with one color, that will be fine as well. First step here in 1A, 21 times 14. Just for our purposes, I'm going to cover up my tens place, my 1, and I'm going to start with my 4 and do the multiplication. So you follow along with me, okay? 4 times 1 equals 4. 4 times 2 equals 8. So for your ones place, you should have 84. Simple? Okay. So now let's move over to the tens place, which I have in red. So I'm going to switch to red. Now today, as we're working, we're going to go a little bit quicker as we go through them, not explaining each step so much, so that you can make sure you're getting everything in there, but we're working at a good pace. The first thing I need to do is I'm finished with my ones place. See, I have a block here, so I'm going to put a 0 here as a placeholder. Make sure you do that, okay? So now we're going to work. 1 times 1 equals 1. And 1 times 2 equals 2. So for my tens place, I should have 210. So check your lines. The ones place, 84. The tens place, 210. All right. Now we're going to add them together. 4 plus 0 equals 4. 8 plus 1 equals 9. 0 plus 2 equals 2. 294 is our answer for 1A. Okay? All right, let's roll on over to B. First thing I'm going to do is cover up my tens place. I'm going to start with my blue for my ones place. So let's see what our blue value will be. 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 times 3 equals 6. So for that, for the number for the ones place, you should have 64. Now I'm switching over to my tens place, switching to my red. Make sure I have a block here, so I'm going to bring down my 0. I don't have anything in the ones place anymore. I'm finished with that. So making sure I'm sliding over, okay? 1 times 2 equals 2. 1 times 3 equals 3. And then all we're simply going to do there is just add. 4 plus 0 equals 4. 6 plus 2 equals 8. 0 plus 3 equals 3. So my answer there is 384. If you did not get 384, check your values. For the ones place, you should have 64. The second line or the tens place, you should have 320, not 32. Have to be careful there. So 1B is 384. Good. All right. Let's move on to C. going to start by covering up my tens place because we start in our ones place. So I'm going to grab my blue for my first line. 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 times 1 equals 2. So for that first line there, for the ones column, your value should be 28. So now I'm going to move to my tens place. I'm going to cover up my ones place. Switching to my red because my 2 is in red. Do I have anything in this ones column? No, no, no. 0, placeholder. Now I'm going to start working. 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 times 1 equals 2. And then we simply add. I'm starting to give out. 8 plus 0 equals 8. 2 plus 8 equals 10, so be sure you're carrying. 0 plus 2 equals 2. 2 plus 1 equals 3. So your product there should be 308. Now, if you did not get 308, if you got a smaller number, check your values. For the ones column, did you have 28? For the tens, I'm not sorry, column, but line. For the ones line, did you have 28? For the tens line here, did you have 280? Not 28. So just be super careful with that. Every time you have to have a 0 there. That does not change. Okay? I'm going to let you do D and E on your own so that you can get comfortable with those. Okay? So I'm hoping that you're getting the feel for this now. And we will move on to number 2. 2A. How much would 36 quarts of ice cream cost at $5.96 per gallon? That's quarts and gallons, so I'm going to erase parts of this. So you can't figure quarts into gallons, the cost, because those are not the same measurements. Quarts and gallons are different. Quarts are smaller than gallons. So let's look. You need to set up your problem as a conversion problem. They give you 36 quarts, right? Okay. What are you converting into? Gallons. So we're trying to figure out how many gallons 36 quarts are. So all you're going to do is just way back a long time ago. This looks so easy without the problem there. We're just going to set this up. Okay, so you just need to figure out which one is larger, if you're going from smaller to larger or larger to smaller. Then do your conversion. Okay, so let's look. Quart or gallon? Gallon's larger, so we're going from what? Smaller to larger. So what is our process? We're going to divide. What is our special number? How many quarts in a gallon? 4. 4 quarts is a gallon. So we're going to take 36, divide by 4 equals what? 9. So 36 quarts and 9 gallons are the same. Now it said, how much would 36 quarts of ice cream cost at $5.96 per gallon? So how many gallons do we have? We have 9. It's $5.96 times 9. That's correct. So I'm going to let you do that work there on your own. 2B Emma has saved $5.08. Lily has saved half as much as Olivia. Olivia has saved 3 times as much as Emma. How much money have they saved altogether? Well, the thing about this problem is they give you one value. We've done these before. For one person, you have Emma, you have Lily, and you have Olivia. They give you Emma's savings, but they do not give you Lily's or Olivia's. So you're going to have to figure out how much the other 2 girls have. But they give you some numbers to work with. Lily has saved half as much as Olivia. Well, that doesn't tell us anything. But Olivia has saved 3 times as much as Emma. So Emma has $5.08, and Olivia has saved 3 times that amount. So you'll need to figure that part out. Then you can solve for Lily's, and then you can add them all up. Okay, so that's going to be a 3-step problem there. Number 3, find the averages and circle the answers. Whew. Number 3A looks like some good grades there, some great grades. And thank goodness I don't have to do that in my grade book by hand. But you add up those values. Remember, for averaging, you'll add to get your sum. Then you divide your sum by the number that you have there. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers there. So you'll take your sum and divide it by 6. Same idea for B. You'll need to column those numbers, get your sum, then divide by how many numbers there? 4. That's correct. Look on the back. Number 4, divide and check. You do have a remainder here. Number 5, follow the signs. Please look at 5A and B. Remember, with addition and subtraction of fractions, you do not add or subtract denominators, only the numerators, so only the top numbers. So you would say 4 plus 3 equals 7, but then do you add 11 and 11 together? No, because your pi or whatever it is divided into 11ths, and you don't want to change it. So your mixed number there, I've already given you the fraction, will be 7 11ths, and then you can solve for the whole number. The first American in space was Alan Shepard on May 5th, 1961. Number 6, set the clocks and write the time. So for 6A, what time is that? It is 10:30. It has not gone past the 11, so it's still 10, or it's half past. We've talked about that, but 10:30. Then you're going to set the clock for 20 minutes later, simply counting by 5s up to 20. Set that clock and then write the time. 20 minutes later means you'll go forward into time. Now, B, you have 45 minutes earlier. Earlier means you will go back, okay? Your brain booster there, make sure you're solving your parentheses first. Homework, you can do number 1, 2, and 3 there. Okay, this is a good review of those concepts there. And if you need your Roman numerals, remember, they're in the back in your glossary. So if you have any questions or concerns about your math, just please let me know. But again, today we're just reviewing, just doing some extra practice with the 2-digit multiplication that I had there. We're going to add a little something to that. I believe it's tomorrow. Yes, we're going to add the carrying with that tomorrow. So it's going to be simple, but we just got to be sure that we're going, in the right flow of the numbers when we're multiplying. All right. So if you have any questions, let me know. And whenever you're ready, we will have language next.